What up, guys? It's Vin.
What up? It's Nick.
It's Frank.
And we're back with another episode of the On Aux podcast. This episode, it's a very controversial topic right now, but we feel that we should provide some of the facts of the festival because it's about Astrofest. We do have a first-hand person who was there, so he will be telling you about his experience, the good and the bad, what he was able to see, what happened here, what's been confirmed, and then some of our opinions based around some of these things, and then what we feel about this cancel culture.
People are moving with this direction, and I'm not liking where it's going.
Yeah, me either.
People are forgetting what really happened here, and they're turning it into a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's a very emotional topic too.
There were 8 people that passed and
11 cardiac
arrests and hundreds of injuries. Us here at the On Aux podcast do give our condolences to the family, friends, and the people who are affected by this.
Yeah.
This was a tragedy that happened that a lot of things could easily be prevented. People get hurt, people pass out at these things, and it's common, but there are always loopholes where it's easily preventable. But our condolences here to the families from our crew here.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Rangers.
But anyone else who was there, thank God that you guys made it home safe and out alive. And we just keep the families of the people who were lost, hurt, and injured in our prayers, you know.
This is the attitude I wish that most people took towards the approach of this concert, but it's not. And I'm just being straight up honest. That's why I wanted to get in front of this damn camera and talk about how I feel about this shit, because it's bothering me, and I'm gonna get into it, but the first thing I want to start off with is from the beginning of the day towards the end, because that's really what we need to do. We need to analyze this show. And from the beginning of the day, you know, it's become like a ritual of Travis Scott fans to break down the fence, and I don't agree with it, but it's just what people feel like they gotta do.
I don't condone that. Also, I could say this too. At the beginning of the day, most of the people that were there camping, I assume, were the people that want to get merch the most.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Danny arrived there moments after the gates broke down because he has a friend that worked there, and he sent him a text like, "Hey, gates open. Come down if you want to beat the storm." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll leave." So we left. We beat the storm, and we hopped on the merch line. So at first it seemed all organized, good, great, until people started getting a little rowdy. They broke through the barricades. So
they broke the metal detectors.
They broke the metal detectors.
Threw security out of the way.
Yeah.
I want to pop up that little video. Look at the amount of people who got trampled.
Yeah,
there.
From the start.
This happened, 9 a.m.?
9 in the morning.
Travis Scott's dead asleep when this is going
9
on.
a.m. And when was the festival supposed to start?
12 o'clock.
9 a.m. is when people broke in. It wasn't supposed to be open till 12. Travis is not awake. Nonetheless, and here's another thing I want to pop up, is on the Astrofest website, Trav said, "No moshing, crowd surfing this. We're all here to vibe and have a good time, take care of one another." And he's talking about like the positives and let's make it a positive experience, like it was in 2019. That's the first part with that. And another fact here, when the festival was started, and like in the process, like the works of setting up stages, the hiring process and everything around that, Travis is the host. He's the person who created this festival and hosting it. His team had hired Live Nation,
who's getting zero blame,
because they are well known for setting up concerts and festivals and events, to work with security, medical staff, the setting up of the stages, the lighting, the camera crews, everything. Travis has hired them for it. This wasn't Travis recording himself. This wasn't Travis building the barricades and the stage himself. This was Live Nation, because he had hired them. So that's another thing I just want to bring up, because a lot of you are seeming to forget that. The owner's not running his restaurant or his store single-handedly. Trav is hosting and making sure that the producers and all the artists who are going to be there are going to be performing. He's the one in charge of that. Live Nation is in charge of the staff. So now you have two different people.
I honestly haven't heard anything about any other performers besides it being pretty good for the most part. The stage direction, like the stage setup, I just saw for myself the way the stage is set up is very strange.
Poorly done.
Poorly done.
Me and if you guys don't know who this person is, Cactus Kish. I go to him. I'm like, dude, you see this area? This is so small. And he goes, bro, I know. This doesn't feel right. It didn't have the room.
That's a cross. Upside down cross. Shut up. It's walkways so that medical staff, security, and everyone can access every form of like big crowd to get in. Don't start making this about a cross.
This is the part where I'm gonna lose my mind. Instead of sticking to facts here, I'm getting into the opinion part because this is why we're making this video. For being honest, before I get into this, Nick's known me my whole life. He knows how I feel about Travis, but like to see what's going on to him, I don't know. I don't know if you guys are ready for me to even start talking about this.
Sad and upset.
Vin just met me a month ago. Like we're already best friends, but like, listen, Travis Scott comes out to a eagle, honestly, in flames.
See this?
Travis Scott comes out to an eagle on fire, right?
Do you guys know what the name of this album is?
No, they don't. They don't because
Say it.
Birds in the Trap sing McKnight.
Birds. Keyword. Birds. First word in the album name. And then guess what's on the back? I'll even step up for you guys.
It's an eagle.
It's an eagle.
Most of the people that are speaking, there's a couple things. One, you do not know what you're talking about. You are an outsider, like me, that wasn't even at the show. I was at a festival last week. And I know more about Travis Scott than anybody watching the video. I've listened to anything the guy's ever put out. And I know the guy's character. I know his personality, what he does for his city, what he does for his people. The fact that people are making this a demonic thing, where one, it's the album cover, two, it's the lighting, how the whole place looks like hell, how the sounds that Mike Dean, who nobody knows either, because you guys are not music fans, Mike Dean is playing synths in the background.
Which is from his own album, too.
Which Mike Dean does at every Travis Scott show. So every Travis Scott show, therefore, is a demonic ritual, therefore, because he's at every single Travis Scott concert. There's a video going around where Travis Scott sees a kid who is passed out, and he's singing the song still, and he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. The clip is cut. The clip is cut to make him look like he's evil. And on TikTok, when you give that 8 million views, everybody's gonna take that and make him look like a bad person. That kid was announced. That kid was helped by security.
Trav stopped the show.
He stopped the show.
Just play it slowly. We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here. Somebody passed out right here. Hold on, don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help jump in real quick. Keep going, just keep it just going.
If you watch the live stream, like when you see that kid getting like lifted in that video of Trav and all that, go back about a minute from where you see that kid getting taken out and him going, yeah, that you'll see him say, oh, yeah, hold up. Paramedics, security, help this guy.
Like he's done in many previous shows.
Everybody in the front, open up. Everybody in the front, open up. There we go. Help them out. Yo, can we get paramedics in there, please? What the fuck? One more. There's one more right here. Hold on. Yo, let's get a medic out there. Everybody over here, take a step back. If you're on this side, y'all take 2 steps back to the right.
So my thing is, you get the kid out who has medical attention right now. Do you continue the show? Yes, you continue the show. People pass out at festivals all the time. And this is not me sounding like I'm crazy. It's true. If the kid you see gets passed out and gets medical attention, you move on. Travis Scott did not see anyone dead. He doesn't know people are dying because when he exits, he says, everyone have a good night and stay safe, get home safe, I love you all.
My name is Travis. I love y'all so much. To everybody that came out to this festival and performed at this festival, I love y'all so much. I can't thank y'all enough. I owe y'all forever. Everybody, I love y'all. Make it home safe. Good night!
He thinks this was a flawless night. Drake comes out. Drake gives an awesome performance.
Yeah.
Drake has no idea. Travis is getting crucified for all these different theories. They're saying a bunch of things that I really want to discuss because you people are wrong. You're changing words around. There's a clip of him saying 2 hands in the sky, which he does about every show. If you don't know about the guy and you see a clip like that, I really can't blame you for being like, oh, he's a demon. He's evil. But that's the problem here. If you're editing a clip and making him look bad, how are you supposed to know? The guy literally says 2 hands in the sky.
2 hands to the sky. 2 hands to the sky. 2 hands up, y'all. 2 hands up.
But it's already done. It's on social media, and he's getting crucified for it. Then it moves on to the next thing, when there's 2 kids on a stage, and every Travis Scott fan knows that 5 kids at every show jump off and stage dive. 2 kids get on stage, and some girl takes a clip and says, look at Travis Scott just pushing these kids off to the side when they're trying to tell him that people are dead.
He shoos these people away.
They didn't tell him anybody's dead. They have no idea. They're getting on stage to actually jump back in.
I'm just here to stop the misinformation. Those 2 people were never shooed away. Those 2 people were picked to get on stage so they can stage dive back inside the crowd. Before the beat drops, Travis, he goes back. The 2 people that you saw, they follow him back there. And then when the beat drops, those 2 people, they run up and they jump off the stage. Like they never came on the stage to tell him, oh, there's people dying in the crowd. They came on the stage to jump off the stage. Their primary goal was to stage dive. I don't know what you're talking about, but if you don't believe a word that's coming out of my mouth, you don't believe shit. There's a full live stream on YouTube. You can go watch it.
You're just trying to get social media likes and create this buzz and try to cancel somebody. You don't know shit. You don't know anything about the dude. And you're just trying to get likes and attention. There's a lot more that was said, and I don't even know where to begin. Because there's so much, dude. There's so much. And this isn't even about the 8 deaths anymore. This is more about the demonic shit. And it's sad, because 8 people died.
It's more,
and the focus isn't
about
even on that.
It's more about canceling Travis Scott.
The focus isn't on the deaths anymore. It's about, oh, let me get this guy to stop his streams. He did this. He knew people were dead. He didn't know anybody was dead. There's people literally saying he performed the entire show with knowing 11 people are on the floor dead. If he saw CPR being done, he's not performing. To the 2 people that decided to jump on the camera crew, you're heroes. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate your work.
Real quick.
Thank you so much
I definitely want to
trying.
message you and everything.
Like seriously, like you guys showed that you don't care about a show, and you know we'd feel the same way if we saw this. Like seeing it firsthand would be a lot different. Knowing I see 8 people dead, like I would want to get them attention too.
Yeah, it comes down to courtesy, man. With this stuff, it's you see some. It's literally what they tell you in school and everything. Like see someone, help someone.
Yeah, man.
Even on the subway, they say if you see someone, say something.
Like that's a big thing that says see something, say something.
So
help out. Like don't be an asshole.
A lot of people.
What do you gain from that?
The apology video.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need,
The dude just went through a sleepless night knowing that all of these lives, because of social media, are put on him. And I'm sure he feels like it's his fault because he didn't see it. Mm-hmm. And that's just a personality trait. Like, oh man, I didn't see it. I wish I could have. Yeah. I wish I could have done something. I wish I could have stopped performing my music to help someone's life. I'm sure that's how he felt, right?
Yeah.
So then the next day he's got to wake up and go through an entire day and see everything about his name being tarnished and all the things in the past, knowing he's got things coming his way.
And imagine the family and friends sending it to him like, bro,
Right.
did you see it? Like, what's going on? What the...
So now he's got to speak to 43.9 million Instagram followers.
Mm-hmm.
Even more if you want to count, be it people probably following
Twitter.
academics, rap, this,
Twitter,
but then they don't follow on one,
The issue is none of you put yourselves in the position of the person. So when everyone sees the post, I look at the comments, the most liked comment of everything, fake. Doesn't give a shit, crying to save his career.
Scripted apology.
Yeah, scripted apology. You guys are just sick. You're literally sick. Mm-hmm. You think this dude can function right now?
Yeah,
it's more than a career. My man was homeless before his career. The music is everything to him. His fans are everything. It's really sad. It's really sad that people died, but it's really sad that people think Travis Scott wants this and is happy and okay knowing people are dead, and he is being crushed for it, and it hurts me more than anything with these comments. Like, Travis Scott's music got me through a lot, so to see what's happening to him, it hurts me. That's all I'm gonna say about this apology video.
I want to say with that is everyone shows emotion very differently.
Very differently.
Look, I'm just going to use us three as examples. I'm not saying this is true or not, but he can be very cold-hearted and just be like, yeah, I just want to apologize. People died. I wish I could have done more, blah, 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 but I'm going to help in the after effects. But then you got someone like him who's absolutely crying. Mm-hmm. Bawling his eyes out, yo, I'm really fucking sorry, bro. I wish I'm like speed. I don't know what to say, and you just because you can't convey the words. And then you could have someone. I'm just gonna use me now, and where it's like you have that little bit where it's like you're holding back the tears. You can see it, but then it's like I'm like holding myself. But it's like I can't even explain it because it's like there's so many different ways.
Common sense.
There's so many ways that you can show your emotions, and it's like,
sense,
how do you expect? What do you expect this guy to do?
They're calling it fake because they don't want to like put themselves in his shoes.
If I'm in his shoes, I'm confused, bro. What am I supposed to say? What can I do right now? I'm lost. Even then, I keep saying, if I was on stage and I'm Travis Scott, I'm gonna pop up a picture right here. Look at this crowd. Look how dark it is, and this is not even the full crowd. Look how far back it is. And then here's the other picture. Look how many screens there are. There are 4 screens for everyone in the back because they can barely see Travis Scott in the front, and they're looking at one person. Now imagine Travis staring to a crowd of 70,000 people because 20,000 people wanted to sneak in. It's not
buy a ticket or don't go.
It's not 100, 200 people, whatever that slipped through. You're talking thousands that slipped through.
What I mean by social media won't accept him. The dude just refunded his ticket included everybody's ticket from this festival.
Not one day, the full festival.
Everybody is getting everyone who sadly passed away, their funerals being paid for, full through.
Travis also said any other things to help the family going forward, he's willing to pay.
Yeah.
And it's not even done there. Travis Scott's paying for a full month of therapy to anyone who needs therapy because they are so traumatized from seeing the things that they saw. I just want to ask, because nobody else is speaking on it. Nobody. Everybody else is doing their theories. Yeah. And getting social media likes. This is not for clout. This is as a person, a fan, and someone who's genuinely worried about the society we're in. What do you want Travis to do from here? Because these deaths are not fully in his hand. These deaths are from the crowd being very rough with each other, and we know we've been in mosh pits. We know this. The fans are crazy. That's one thing. Live Nation did a very poor job.
Yeah, very poor.
To put the entire blame on Travis Scott, you guys are sick.
Live Nation, if there was 50,000 tickets sold, they prepped for 50,000 people. To you, 20,000 or however many people snuck into this concert, you're an asshole. Did you really need to sneak into this? Guess what? He put it on live streams, Apple Music and everything. Stand outside the gate for all I care. But did you really need to get in to be that person who needed to get to the front?
Yeah.
Bro, they were... And again, this is all just about the audience right now. I just want to rant with that real quick. Why are you bringing in fentanyl and all these drugs? Why? What are you gaining from that? Because especially with all this shit going on, people are dying from that. And even at Rolling Loud, someone like Fetty Wap, he got arrested and is facing life in prison now. If you threw someone to the ground or shoved your way to the front, you might not realize those people in the back that you pushed down. Cactus Kish, go on his Instagram, read what he said. He was down on the ground for 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
Grabbing people. He thought he was going to pass out. He thought he was ready to die. He took this as a second chance that God gave him. Because you'll understand, the crowd was nuts.
I just want to address some of the things that are being said about Travis too, with the demonic rituals again. People are profiting off it. I know an account that has made 75 plus videos about this. Like, what does that say about you? Like, you're just using this as your advantage to make money. Like, you don't care. You're just trying to cancel somebody. But I wanna know how, if you're all the way in the back, right? If you're all the way in the back screaming to Travis, he doesn't hear you. I just want to make that clear. Yeah. Sadly, I wish he did. I wish he heard all of you screaming. He did not hear anybody. He's got an earpiece in, and he's very far away from all of you. If you get a kid out, you think you could continue. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Live Nation, why didn't you cut it?
Yeah, Live Nation had
nobody could get on that screen. Nobody could cut his mic. Nobody could get his attention. Drake leaves the show. Nobody could tell Drake to go back out there and tell Travis that there's somebody dead in the crowd.
Yeah.
Show would have stopped instantly.
You're telling me a manager in the back.
Someone could have told Chase B.
But no, you people are commenting that he wanted this. He knew this was happening, and this. There was 8 deaths planned to happen before the show started.
This cancel culture.
It's evil, man. You guys took this to a whole new level, and I don't think the main picture is being pointed out right now.
Cancel culture is really just who's the biggest idiot on the internet.
Yeah.
Because the person who says the dumbest, most out of reach thing is the person who's getting the most likes, comments, retweets, posts, and everything all over.
And you guys are prospering.
I laugh at you.
They're prospering, bro. They really are.
The difference between our generation and the older generation. The older generation, when you see someone successful and you want to be like them, you worked and busted your ass to get to the place that they were, so you can be in competition. And a perfect example of something like that is when you think of Lamborghini and Ferrari. Ferrari was out first. Lamborghini was the competition, and he wanted to be like that. You know, he wanted to start his own company. He wanted to be at the top of the game, and now look at it. Lamborghini is still going, and it is one of the biggest cars in the world. You look at this generation, it's how can I bring that person down to my level instead of me going up to theirs. You are the same person as like the people you hang out with. If you hang out with 5 successful people, you're going to be the 6th. You want to bring Travis Scott down so that he's a nobody. Put yourself in Travis Scott's shoes. Use the facts that we just told you about the stage setup, the breakdown, the chain of command that was there, who's hiring who's in charge of what, and then tell me, after you already had stopped the show 2 main times, technically a third, not to really check on the crowd, but when Drake came out, he performed for 40 minutes. When you watch the live stream, 22 of those minutes go to the stoppages, him bringing out Drake, the countdown, and just like the people getting on stage, the stage dive, and all that stuff. That's where that other space goes. But 40 minutes were performed out of an hour and 2 that he was on the stage, and then what happened to the other 45 minutes? I'm gonna round numbers up here. Let's say you got 1,000 people who are hurt, injured, and everything. Now you got 500 security, paramedics, everything going into the crowd to get that 1,000 people, and then you have 69,000 people running at you this way. The crowd is from where we are. We're running out. Those people are coming in. We're colliding. It's going like this. Those paramedic security are easily outnumbered. So guess what? You were preventing them from getting there because you guys are panicking, running out, not staying calm, leaving lanes for them to get through. And now you're causing more injuries because the same way you broke into this concert 3 hours early, people are getting trampled on the floor. Now you got people who are getting trampled because you have to leave this show because you heard or saw someone got hurt, passed out, this and that. He cancels that show, or if they do cancel it right away, guess what? That's a lot more havoc because there's going to cause a panic.
Or riot.
Yeah, then there's going to be riots because people don't want to see Travis stop.
Fans want to see him keep going.
If he ends that show, I think it's worse.
Yeah, it's
I think
20
everyone
times
charges
worse.
out.
Yeah.
Or they get pissed, and because
it's going to be a half and half split.
Don't know anyone's dead.
Yeah,
They do not know anyone is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So where does that go? Madness.
Yeah.
You have half
fans
the people
are
in the
rough.
front. If the people in the front are still moshing, showing videos,
If you watched the Apple Music live stream, you had no idea any of this went on.
Yeah.
You had
couldn't
no
tell.
idea
You
any
couldn't
of
tell.
this.
You
couldn't
probably-
tell.
You
couldn't
probably
tell.
thought that
All the
this was one of his best performances.
Yeah,
You're going
I
up to
did.
3.
I watched it. I was like, this was amazing. All the TikToks you see, you have no visual. You can't see it on the live stream. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But
You couldn't. It was so dark too. But someone was there injecting people, and I just want to say I don't understand how you blame Travis Scott for someone going in the crowd injecting people when Travis wasn't the one checking you people for security. Again, he hired someone to hire people for that position. At the end of the day, it's just people were lost. You know, people are hospitalized. People died.
and it just doesn't fall under that kid's regard. It falls under Travis Scott, and that's what's killing me.
And that's the sad part too.
It's killing me.
Travis isn't Superman.
And it's sad because you guys look at Travis Scott, this rich figure with money and all this, but you don't know everybody's come up. Like, he's not, I know he dates a Kardashian, and you guys just look at him like, oh, this guy is everything. Why would you care? He doesn't feel anything for you. If you listen to someone's music and it hits with you, and you understand what they're saying, and it connects with you, and you've been listening to it for multiple years, and you know their come-up story as well, we're not just gonna sit here and, not feel something for the artist, because if you know this guy, you know he doesn't want any of this. He would never want this in his last thought.
This man
Any
worked,
of this.
This man worked for everything in his life.
He was homeless. He was.
From his friends.
He got to the top, and a lot of people like to say it's because of Kylie. Whatever you think,
No.
the music's there. He did his stuff. He did his sales, and you guys are destroying him, and it hurts me a lot. I'm not gonna fucking cry in front of you, but I definitely felt my fair share after seeing this. One, because lives were lost at a festival, but two, the sympathy for the artist, because the whole blame went towards him, and it's really unfair.
And he's just taking it, man.
I had a girl go, incoming salty Travis boyfriends. So when I look at that, I'm like, okay, why salty? What are we salty about? So what I said is, can I just ask how we are salty? We are trying to defend an artist who we like, who's getting thrown into all of these demonic theories and accusations when he was performing in front of 50,000 people, and by the end of the night, he leaves the show saying, I hope all of you get home safe, and I love you all. Which I'm trying to tell you that he had no idea that there's anybody dead.
Yeah.
The clips are being shortened. The voice, the words he's saying are being edited. You guys are doing real well with the cancel culture, because
You guys-
you're taking a bad tragedy and putting it in your own little fantasy world here,
And blowing it up to
getting your likes, getting your money, and if you think that's
Twitter
cool,
fingers, that's all
yeah.
it is.
If you think you're cool,
You're an internet warrior,
from
man.
prospering from death and blaming the guy who's going out there to sing the music, who had no idea that there was anyone dead. I'm gonna leave it. He's doing everything he can, and he will still not be accepted for it. He paid for the funerals, he paid for therapy, he paid for the tickets back, and nobody's going to let him live for this. Then what the hell do we do at this point? Yeah, the fans are going to be mad. I'm sorry. I have a reason as a humongous Travis Scott fan to feel sympathy for him. He did not want those people dead, and that's the point of this video.
Trav had some wrong. Maybe by not saying, oh, well, I don't like this stage setup. We should fix this so this doesn't happen. Oh, well, fans broke in. We should cancel the festival now. But at the end of the day, you have to realize when you're in that position, you cancel that whole festival. Imagine the riots that happened in Houston. Imagine the backlash he gets for that. He'll get arrested for inciting a riot for canceling a show. Literally because people as fans were assholes and didn't know how to act. You know, it's look to both sides, and it goes with everything in life.
You guys are making it worse and worse. It's not even about the deaths at this point, and that's the scary part.
Let these people rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Stop dead.
That's inhumane in my eyes.
It's disgusting.
You guys are sick. You guys are really sick, and I'm gonna provide everything I've seen in the last 3 days. Take it how you want it. We are saying that what you guys, the extra shit that people are doing online, is wrong. This is about the deaths, and I'm gonna be the one to say that. People died at this show. I don't care about how you feel about the lighting and the red and the hell. You're just sick. Go look at I'm Evil from Travis Scott 2 days ago in the city, doing everything for Houston, creating, doing family organizations, giving people money, giving people food, shelter. You got me messed up.
Yeah.
Messed up, and I hope Travis prospers from this somehow. It's not looking good, but you guys really did ruin a career of somebody, and he didn't do it to himself. I don't want that either.
Yeah.
You guys ruined the career of somebody who really
What have went down as one of the greatest
love to perform. Love to perform.
One of the greatest performers.
Love to see his fans. Love to do everything for his fans.
You know?
My dream was to go to Rolling Loud Miami and Astrofest. I was going into this as fun, you know, exciting, you know. We fly to me and my friend Danny fly to Houston, blah blah blah. We go to our hotel, blah blah blah. You know, I've seen some of the stuff beforehand, like the stages and stuff, and like the theme. Travis does his Astrofest as a theme. First year was like, you know, oh, it's the beginning, you know, it's the beginning of my new era, Astroworld, you know, blah blah blah. The last year, if you notice how some of the stuff says, the mountain stage, it says a new era is coming or something like that along the lines. This is probably going to be the last one. His new era is the Utopia era. I felt this was very organized by Live Nation. I didn't go at the first break-in at 9 a.m. We get there, get to the merch line. It was all calm, cool, collected at first, and then it just storming it, trampling people. It got out of hand. Security stood. The only thing security did was these big guys were holding on to the front barricades so that it doesn't fall over, and all the people rushed the merch tent to potentially steal stuff like animals they are. That's one thing. There were no security around. I just want to say another thing. People were picking up the barricades, like, because it was in a snake formation, picking up the barricades and throwing them back or passing them back, potentially hurting people or killing people if they get hit in the wrong place. When I first was in there, I was scared. I was like, what the hell are these people doing? So I gave up on the merch. They shut it down. They shut down the merch. That's the best they could do. I go into the main grounds. As a parent, you shouldn't let your kids go to any festival of any type. I want to say 45 minutes before he came on, there was a war, I should say, between the two sides, throwing garbage to each other. People got hit with beer cans, cacti cans, water bottles, cups with mixed drinks, and I'm like, what savages do that? And then in the midst of that, there were fights too with other people in the crowd. There were literal fist fights. The last performance on the other stage, People were coming in. You felt the pressure being pushed on you because everyone wants to get close. Everyone wants to be right in front with their phones like this, recording him. To finish off, I did see people passing out. I did see people wanting to get out. I'm that person to say to the person behind me, hey, let these people go. They're not feeling well. And when it's called etiquette. When you see someone that's not feeling the best, help them. At least yell, saying let them through. At Rolling Loud, they have free water stations with filtered water. There was about 3 of them, and they had a lot of faucets. At Astrofest, there were three water stations, eight faucets, a very low number of faucets. So it created a huge line of people.
And they ran out of water.
Just for water. And they ran out of water. I saw the paramedic cart, I saw it all, and when I saw the paramedic cart, I was like, fuck. This is not going to end well. At a good time, I hate to see people getting hurt at festivals and concerts. It happens. And my very final thing, I stand with Travis Scott. I support him. I stand with him, and I support him as a fan. We don't want to spread fake information. We're just trying to say the real thing, and his music saved my life from a point. It did the same thing with Frank. We hate to see this happen to him. That's the last thing I want to say.
I don't know what to say. Add to that, no, I didn't have anything happen to me, thank God, where I was relying on his music to save my life. What I really mean by that is I found someone's music I love. And it gets me through times when I'm upset.
That's what I mean by
that.
that.
I need to have my, just some cure during the day. It gets you through time. So in reality, it saves you kind of, because what do you lay back on if you don't have that,
Whether it's school, work, my life.
It's understandable, man. It's people have their things they listen to. This is what I listen to with music. Him and Kid Cudi, they know. No, everyone knows deep down. Travis Scott didn't want this tragedy to happen, and you got people thinking otherwise and creating other stories, and it's really sad. It's hurting me badly. The point of this video was to address, the facts of the concert and our opinions towards the other stuff that was being created. So we really hope you guys, instead of just coming on here and disliking the video, if you do, it's okay. But we really want you guys to realize the message we tried to get across with this this video, the images that we're gonna provide, the footage, and the message in general. We wanted to just say that the blame is on many people here, and not just the artists,
including the fans.
And the fans, yeah.
It's an evil world we live in. The most you gotta do is spread peace, love, and positivity. The people who did pass are in cardiac arrest, just in critical conditions in the hospitals, on ventilators, so on and so forth. We pray for you guys.
This is about you guys.
Send our condolences to your family. Justice will be served, and someone will own up to this accountability, and you guys will get what you guys need to have that closure. Going forward, don't stop raging. Don't stop having fun and enjoying yourself. Be cautious. Spread love. Look out for one another, because the same way you're there to enjoy, all these other people are too. Safety is supposed to be first. We heard from him because of there being no service. Me and him got scared.
Yeah.
Me and him were texting, yo, have you heard? Have you heard from him? It's scary to think that, we could have lost someone.
And I was supposed to go to this show.
Yeah, you were supposed to come with me, potentially.
Just to say, it's scary to think that. It's scary to think that people we physically met, it's scary, man. Again, spread love. We love you guys, and again,
I'm just an absolutely defeated fan of music right now. Absolutely defeated.
This has been exhausting for us.
As a fan of this guy, I'm absolutely defeated, and I'm very disappointed with every single person who made those TikToks.
Me too.
Not that you give a shit, but I'm very disappointed. You're not even letting the people rest, and that's where I'm gonna leave it.
Thank you for watching. If you watched straight through,
If you understood the message, we really appreciate it.
thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and again, rest in peace to the 8 lives lost. We'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.
Peace.